Well, okay, on to our next thing. Thank you, though, Delilah. I always appreciate finding out things that I would never remember because I got old man brain. So I do appreciate that. But our next one, of course, is our game of the week. And of course, during game of the week is where we always have a special guest. And today is no different. She's kind of a newer member to our Let's Talk Football family. You can see her on the NFC South show that airs just before us. She is a Saints fan, so we'll try not to hold that against her. But please welcome to the program, Nicole Klychak. Nicole, how are we doing
Hello.
tonight? How's it going? There she is. There she is. Hello,
Oh,
Nicole. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm loving and learning so much from every one of these shows. So I
Oh, awesome.
appreciate you guys.
We like to hear that because, again, I feel like I teach anyone nothing. So if you're getting something out of this, that's phenomenal. I'm doing something right. That's good.
Oh
But
yeah.
no, listen, we want to welcome you to the show, Nicole, of course, and you are a Saints fan. So let's talk a little bit about your New Orleans Saints. Uh,
Y-
Kind of a rough week. You know, you had the London game. I
mhm.
honestly was watching. I was at work watching on a computer, which was kind of funny because we were going. We were like, "Oh yeah, the London game's on. We should put that on right now." Um, give us your opinion of that. I mean, 28-25 loss to the Vikings, but I felt like you guys could have had the game. What were your feelings about that game?
Yeah, it was so close to making it and going
So
into
close.
tie it into over. It ricocheted twice off the field
Yeah.
goal when he tried for a
Oh, we know about the
61
double doink.
part.
Yeah.
Ah,
We know about the
I
double
mean,
doink here in Chicago. Trust me, I felt your heartbreak. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there was highs and lows. I mean, he got his career high, 60-yard. So I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty fantastic. We tried a different quarterback out, Andy Dalton. I mean,
Yes. Yes.
I know he's been passed around quite a bit, and maybe under this
Yeah.
management and him feeling the need to help Winston out, that he he produced some good things for us. I do have to say.
He did.
But I mean, it's the penalties. The penalties and the turnovers killed us.
Yeah.
I think that it has to do a lot with penalties. We got 10. They only got 5, but it cost us 102 yards.
Right.
And that's a huge loss of yards. So
Oh, for sure.
I'm feeling the woes of our division and it being in the bottom. I mean, the last 5 years, we were the champs in our division 4 of the 5 times. So
Yes.
I'm not getting too comfortable or used to this, but I'm accepting it, I guess. Work in progress.
Well, I mean, again, because I'm the eternal optimist, being a Bears fan. We're always like, no, we can come back. I mean, it is an early season. There's only 4 games into the season, and again, obviously, Jameis went down. So now you have a veteran quarterback in Andy Dalton, who,
Mhm.
again, he was here in Chicago too, and I watched him play here. Like, the guy is not horrible by any means. He's a veteran. He knows how to play the game. It's probably a matter of getting comfortable with everybody there in the New Orleans system. But going forward, what is the prognosis for Jameis? Do you have any update on what they're saying about him?
For the fans, I mean, I've
Yeah.
been getting so many fan pages between, I'm all for Winston, and then a complete different side. I'm all for Andy Dalton. Get rid. We're done with Winston. And I mean,
Right. Right.
I do have to say, for the guy Winston, he was playing with 4 fractures in his back. So
Yeah.
I like to give him the benefit of the doubt. And also,
For sure.
too, he needs to get and find that comfortability with the wide receivers, and that timing too as well. So he's fairly new to the Saints, and I think he needs another season or two to kind of find his rhythm. I think, and as well,
Okay.
the head coach I was talking about in the other show, about our head coach, and Allen, and how much that is a little bit, I think, of effective for us producing points. So yeah, it's tough, but what can we do as a
No,
Saints
sure.
fan, except for look forward to the next game we're gonna win.
There you go. That's the important one. Is the next one. So yes, I
Yeah.
I appreciate your optimism in that because you're right. It's the next game. On to the next game. Let's try to rebound and go from there. Now you have picked a game of the week for us, which we truly appreciate. We have our guests do that so that we can talk about an upcoming game that you're looking forward to. And you have picked a game that is actually in your division. We
Yes.
have Buccaneers Falcons coming up this week. Now, can you tell me why you chose this game? What was your interest in this particular game?
I mean, because we're the last division champs of 4 out of 5 years, I'm not letting that go. We have that title.
No,
Okay.
I understand. I get it. I get it.
But
I'm
right
still holding on
now,
to the
Yeah,
85
Nicole,
Super
we
Bowl,
get
so
it.
trust me, I know. Yeah, we get it. Right. Remember, we got a Falcons fan in here, so yeah, we get
you're
it.
right.
Right. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah. But I have to give my props. I've been learning a lot from the other teams in our division, and it's going to be 2-2 for both. So I
Yep.
think it's going to be a very big rivalry game. It's going to be a big game, either you know and the thing that kind of sucks about it, it's a division game. So either
Yes.
you're giving a point to the other team, or you're taking that
Right.
away from them and getting that
Yep.
extra space ahead in the division. So I think
For
it's going
sure.
to be a very fun and entertaining, but very competitive game where I do hope that there's no more injuries, of course, but that
Right.
everyone plays. It's going to be really competitive. I think it's going to be really close with their defenses too. I know not much on the offense side for the Bucks right now. I think Goodwin is still out, but Evans is in.
Uh,
Is
Evans is
Goodwin
in. Obviously, he got back from the suspension. Godwin did play in
did?
yesterday's or
Ah,
Sunday's game. He did play. So I
yes.
guess Godwin is back as well. So yeah. Handy, I'm going to come to you because you're a Falcons guy.
Mhm.
This is as Nicole has stated,
I
both
don't know
teams are
what
2-2.
tipped
This
you
is
off.
basically for. Yeah, I can't imagine either. But because my eyes are bad, I don't see well. No, but 2-2 in the division, and of course we know Kate is a Tom Brady fan. So no offense, Kate, I love you, but we're not even going to get into that right now. But Mr. Handy, you're a Falcons guy. Falcons Buccaneers for first place in the division. Let me know what you think.
I think the Saints stink. No, I'm just kidding. No, really.
Wow. Look at
I'm not playing.
well,
I'm just serious. No, real talk, real talk. Andy, they have the benefit of having an experienced quarterback in New Orleans, who is markedly better at his craft than our experienced quarterback is. And I had to say it as nicely as I possibly could. Okay, Mariota is not the move.
sure.
I'm expecting that if things don't kind of get any better, that Ritter is going to be trotted out at some point. I mean, even if it means we got to get to the not so meaty part of the schedule and give him a little run. But they
Right.
have an experienced quarterback that is better than our experienced quarterback. And one of our main offensive weapons is out now in Cordell Patterson. I mean, he was ripping it up. So, I mean, it's going to have to be next man up. But I still think I've seen a fire in the Falcons that I have not seen in many seasons. So I definitely agree with Nicole. Like the old Falcons, roll over and play dead. These new Falcons is like, hey, look, I'm gonna lose this fight, but you gonna get this 2-piece on your way out the door.
Right.
So I
There
expected
you
it, I expected to be a good game. I hope that it is going to be airing in my local television area. If not, I'm
go.
gonna have to
Right.
figure out somebody gonna have to let me borrow the NFL Sunday ticket
Well,
password.
I thought Delilah has the ESPN Plus login, right? We are going to borrow that last week. Maybe Delilah help you out there.
Let's see if I can help you out. We'll see how it's
Right. Let's see if we can do that for you.
But I definitely am looking forward to this. This probably would be, at least in my mind, the Saints are always our number one rival, and it has been a hell of a rivalry. I think there's
Yep.
only there's only a 3-game separation right now because it was 2 games until this season opener. But as far
Right.
as the Bucks are concerned, I think the Bucks have also kind of risen up. They're division rival number one, but I think if there's any other team in the division that we kind of go back and forth with, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know you said you didn't want to talk about Tom Brady, but you all saw. We're not going to address that, but you all know what's going on. So somebody might not be allowed to hold a whole lot of tablets on the sidelines during the game. So they're going to take some frustrations out on the field. So I hope that our defense is up
Right.
to the task. And that's what I got.
Sure. All right, for sure. Delilah, let me get your take real quick on Buccaneers Falcons for this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be a close game because I think Anthony's right. Like, even games that they've dropped, it wasn't like they weren't in it, right? Their offense is
Right.
scoring, and so like their defense does their job, and so like I don't think they're gonna get like, slaughtered by Tampa. I think that like we're starting to see some cracks in Tampa. It's not that I'm not by the way, I'm not a Tampa or Tom Brady hater. I'm just saying like it's just like cracks are kind of appearing. Look, they had all their guys back. Like all the Tampa fans were excited, right? Because he got all his receivers back. Everybody's back from all the drama, right? No more like punching people or whatever happened on the field a few weeks ago, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like all that's done. Godwin is getting work back in, right? Limited, but he's getting, work back in. And so like they got, even Julio Jones is in there, right? So like, TB has all his guys, right? And so like, and he did come back in that game, right? So it wasn't like, he started to come back, but Mahomes does, like, That's why I knew that's why I said that Colts loss was an aberration. It was just like, I don't know what happened, but Mahomes will always do magic. Like we saw him do that weird 360 thing, which is like, what? Like, what is that?
Like he seriously channeled Magic Johnson.
Like,
I think I saw Magic Johnson do that against the Celtics back in '86.
There you go. Right,
that was wild. So yes, I think Atlanta like will definitely give, to me, I think Tampa a hard time. Like I really do think it'll be I think it'll be a hard game. And I wouldn't be surprised if you guys win. Like I don't know though, because I just every time we count down Tom Brady, he just comes back and wins out of anger and frustration.
Right.
And so that's really what it is. Like, he might channel all of his fury and everything's going, we know what's happening. We're not gonna bring it up, but we know what's happening in his personal life. He might channel all that into football and like really be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it could be the opposite. Like, I don't know if he'll be distracted. I think he's gonna be like laser focused.
Laser. Right. He just seems to do that. He seems to just come out and when he's got something going on in his personal life, and he just comes out and takes it out, like you said, on the opposing team the next week.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I do think the Buccaneers will win the game.
Yeah.
Personally, again, just only because they do have, the offense. Tom still put up 30 whatever points it was against.
It was crazy.
And the Falcons. The Falcons defense looks improved, but they're still giving up a lot of points as well. So I just have a feeling. But Nicole, I'm going to let you have the last word as our guest on Buccaneers Falcons for this weekend. Give me what you got.
Listen, I'm going to give you some hope, Anthony. I think that the Falcons can take it. My only advice to Tom Brady, if you're watching,
Tom.
No, I just think that the dangerousness is going to come out in the fourth on those third down attempt conversions.
Yes,
that's the thing that I've always known about Brady and the Bucs, and what scares me the most is that fourth quarter and those third downs. And if you guys can shut them down with that, then I think you guys could have a really good chance of swinging it your way.
I agree.
There you go.
Wait, Nicole says she's going to give us some hope.
Right, she's going to give you hope.
Yeah.
We've been hoping,
obviously, Anthony. Right.
We've been hoping since 1966.
Well, hey.
And you forget this is the same guy that was losing by 25 points at halftime and came back and created a piece of NFL history against my favorite team.
Yes, I know.
We didn't, by the way, none of us here brought that up, by the way. You said.
That's right.
I brought it up.
But you did.
As a fan, that's my cross to bear.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's a big cross, my friend. But anyway, listen, we do want to thank Nicole for joining us this week. Nicole, it was a pleasure to have you on. Thank you again. Thank you. Buccaneers Falcons this week.
You.
So everybody check that out along with all the other games that are going on.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.